What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video with your boy KL. So I'm out here waiting to get loaded, so I figured I'd go ahead and give y'all this 1 year video that I was supposed to make a long time. Apologize, man, I've been busy, but nonetheless today I got that video for y'all, so let's jump right into it. So first thing first, it's November 20th, so it's been it's almost 11 months. I mean, not 11 months, 13 months now. So I have hit my 1 year here. So as far as like, I'm gonna touch over the main points that a lot of people ask me about as far as like when they're considering Schneider. So trailer searches. So as far as trailer searches, it's the same as my other videos. I haven't really too much looked for trailers, to be honest. For the most part, if I go somewhere and they don't have a trailer, either I know before I get there, or once I let Schneider know, you just send them a thing on the tablet and they'll find me a trailer within probably like 10-15 minutes. That for example, last night my load was supposed to be a live unload, but it wound up being a drop and hook. But I let Schneider know, like, yo, it's a drop and hook, but they don't have any empties. So they sent me to a Walmart. It's probably like, it was along my route, but it's probably like, I think it was like 40 miles or something like that. So not too bad. Picked that up and came over here to my pickup. So far the searches haven't been bad for me. I know I've seen searches for some people that have been horrible, but luckily, I'm gonna say for me, I haven't dealt with that, except one time where I went somewhere and somebody took a trailer. But other than that, that's really it. So next thing, cancellations. So honestly, before I wasn't dealing with cancellations a lot, but lately I've been dealing with cancellations a lot more than I have been before. So I had a cancellation the last 2 weeks straight. So, but before that, you know, I'll get them like, you know, every blue moon, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like every week I was getting a cancellation, nah. But normally when they get around the holiday season, a lot of these places start canceling loads because a lot of them start using trailers for storage and all that stuff. So they don't have the trailers to load us. So we get there or you find out before you get there. That's why it's best if you call before you go to a lot of these places, because I literally just dealt with a cancellation last week, well, the last 2 weeks, and that's what happened. It was a Frito-Lay load, which it canceled, but literally like a couple days later, it was right back on the board. So I don't know if maybe they just didn't have the product in time, because obviously some of these warehouses are getting products from other places and then they ship it out to the next place. So that could have been the case. I don't really know, but that's what I dealt with the last 2 weeks. So I feel like during the holiday time, it is a lot more prone to happen with cancellations. But last holiday period, I don't think I dealt with cancellations very often. So hopefully that's not the case this year. So next thing is I did get my 1 year jacket. So I hit my 1 year of safe driving here at Schneider. I didn't get in any accidents or anything like that, so I did get my 1 year safe jacket here. So you do get that after 1 year. I don't know what they do after that. I know at Prime you got different things each year. I don't know if it's the same here. So your 1 year jacket, you get to put your name and your business name. I personally put my YouTube name on my jacket, so it is what it is. Next thing, the 1 year ride along. So after you hit a year here, you have to do a ride along. The same thing you have to do in orientation when you first start. You go out with, I don't know what they consider these people, but trainers, I guess. You go out with them and you go on a ride. They basically ride with you. You have to, what did I have to do? I was already hooked up to a trailer when I did mine, so I had to disconnect, hook back up to it, do like a quick little pre-trip, and then you go out for a ride. It's probably like 15-20 minutes. The dude I had was pretty cool, so you know, it's a lot better when you can have a conversation with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not weird, basically. So we drove around for like 15-20 minutes and then came back, pulled into the lot, and I think I did a backing maneuver, and that was it. Then you got to fill out some questions on the tablet and stuff, and that's it. So it wasn't bad, but you only have to do that after the first year. After that, he said it would just be on the computer. Also, you have they'll go over like their last couple months of like if you had any critical events or if you had any log violations, stuff like that. They'll go over that stuff with you. So if you have any questions, they can answer it, that type of stuff. So next is terminals. I give it to Schneider. Schneider has a lot of terminals, so in a lot of good places. So a lot of places you can look and see they may have a terminal or a drop lot. So driver backing in. They may have a terminal or a drop lot, so that definitely comes in hand. So when you out in these places and you need somewhere to park, they got it. The laundry is free. Some of them have cafes, not all of them. So I think majority of them have cafes. They're not open late though, so like you get there late, 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna get no food, just to be honest. But they do have cafes and stuff. So they have showers as well. All the showers are free. Laundry for the most part, like I said, is free. You do have to bring, some of them have like where you can buy like laundry soap and stuff like that. Some of them don't. For the most part, it's best to just have your own. So if you go and you need to use that type of stuff, you can already have it. So you're not sitting there like, dang man, I can wash my clothes but I ain't got no laundry soap. So, but that's the plus side. They normally, most of them are pretty big. They got a lot of parking. Some of them have truck washes where you can wash your truck. For company drivers, it's free, obviously. And for ICs, I think it was $15. I used it once out in Charlotte. I used it out there, so it was $15. Also, they have a company car. ICs, unfortunately, we can't use it, but company drivers can use it. So if you want to, what people recommend me, they said find your company driver that's going to the same place you going and ask them to take you with them. So that's the option. So, but they won't let you use the car yourself. So let's see. Update on my truck. So it is now, I've had my truck down for 2 months. It's been good. My SFI truck was good. I turned it in and got my own truck, obviously. But, hold on, y'all. I turned it in, obviously, and got my own truck, as y'all know. If you've been following me, I got my own truck, got out of weekly payment, so that was that. I didn't owe SFI anything when I gave them back their truck. I still stay with Schneider. I'm still here, so as y'all know, and that's pretty much how that situation went. All right, so like negatives that I don't like about Schneider. No split brakes. So anybody who's been trucking for a while, y'all already know split brakes come in hand. It'd be nice to have them. I don't know what happened to where, well, what caused split brakes to get taken away, but we don't have them. So it would be nice if we did have them. Again, obviously, I don't think me making a video talking about it's gonna change anything, but we all know, man, split brakes is life. Like it helps you out a lot, but they don't have it here. I know at JB Hunt, they have to take a test to prove that they know how to use split brake, and if they can pass that test, then they can get split brake back. But they don't give us that option here. I wish they did. I know when I was at Prime, we had split brakes, so it came in real clutch, man. The way you can run with split brakes is amazing. They also changed my BOA. Not really sure why. I don't know if that's a Schneider thing or what the case may be, but they definitely changed my BOA. So far, dude been cool. The 2 chicks, they're very responsive. My last people that I had for managers, they wasn't very responsive. Man, there's times I messaged these people and they wouldn't respond back for hours. Sometimes they won't respond back at all. So it really just depends on the day. So let's see what else. They did change the insert option. So that was one of the main things I liked about Schneider, was the fact that you could insert a load. Like if one of your loads cancel, you can literally just hop on the app and go find something, insert it, it sends it off to them, they approve it, they send it back, let you know you got it. Boom. Came in super clutch, so you didn't have to cancel out your whole week just because one load canceled. Super clutch. Now it's still here, but it's a lot more harder. So you have to have a laptop, which my laptop's sitting right here next to me, so I can show y'all numbers later. What was I saying? Threw my whole train of thought off. Oh. the insert. So with the insert, how they changed it now is you have to have a laptop. But now, instead of like before, you had to do it on your phone, on the app. And once you did it on the app, it sent it to Schneider. They said they got 30 minutes to approve it. Normally they were like quick. You send it, it was like, as long as it was gonna get approved, if it was something that was feasible, it was quick. Like within 5 minutes you would have it. Obviously, because if it's gonna take 30 minutes, 9 times 10 it's gonna be gone. So it's kind of pointless if it was like that. You see what I'm saying? But now you have to hop on your laptop. If you know how to do it, then it's there. They have a link online that you can use to show you how to do an insert. I tried it the other day. It didn't work, which most of the time it don't work because it says not feasible, but obviously they think that you're gonna take way longer than you really gonna take. So that's the one downside of that insert. And then you having to have a laptop to be able to do it, that just takes even longer, because let's say a load confirm, you know, even if I'm just sitting like I am right now, a load confirm. If I don't have my laptop out, now I gotta pull my laptop out, connect it to the Wi-Fi, hop on the hotspot real quick, get online, try to insert the load real quick. By the time you do all that load, 9 times out of 10, we already know, everybody know. It's gone. It's gone. So like, I feel like they should have kept it on the app. I don't know if they're bringing it back. They didn't say why they took it from the app. I guess they said it's supposed to be faster. To me, it's not faster. It's a lot longer. So it is what it is. Also, the other issue I had with is like them taking loads off. So in orientation, they told us long as we take a load off within 24 hours, we good. You know what I'm saying? And I've had cases where I've called 2 days in advance and they're like, oh, we can't take it off, you already booked it. I just had a case a couple weeks ago where I called on a Sunday, load wasn't supposed to pick up till Tuesday. I called, dude's like, oh, you gotta come back tomorrow morning. And I'm just like, bro, why would I call back tomorrow morning? Now it's gonna be Monday. It's gonna be less than 24 hours before day shift come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, oh, we can't do that on night shift. Which I understand why, because I've had it taken off all night, so make it make sense. So they just be telling you stuff, and I just hate that. Like, if y'all gonna tell us one thing in orientation, at least abide by that. Like, we shouldn't get one person that's willing to do it, and then the next person you get, they not willing to do it. Like, that's stupid. Like, all your manager people or whatever you want to call these people, they should be consistent. Like, not 1 week is wishy-washy, next week is, because you know I've had times where I've called and they take it off immediately, like no problem. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some people just be happy, like, yeah, I can take it off. Yeah, I got you right now. I'll take it off. Boom, like that. Then you get people, oh, you gotta call your BOA in the morning. Yeah, you're saying that because in the morning it's gonna be less than 24 hours. Come on now. I don't know why they think these loads not gonna get covered. Like that load that I was trying to get off that day, it was a Frito-Lay load. I guarantee you within seconds, them putting that back on the board, gone, easy. Nobody's, the Frito-Lay loads they don't sit. Like, so for y'all to not want to take it off it's stupid. It's beyond me, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about that. Another thing a lot of people don't like about here, which my boy Love talked about, is the critical events. At Prime, we used to get critical events. I think at Prime, I only got one the whole time I was there. Mostly my students got them because, you know, they're new to the truck and stuff like that. So a lot of my students got critical events. I got one when a car cut me off, just try to make it off the exit. I slam on the brakes to not hit this little van. So, but at Prime, it was more so like, I think after so many, they call you in for a training or something like that. I'm not sure if they do the same thing at Schneider. I think they said they do that, but to be honest, I have no clue. I can only go by what they say, but a lot of stuff that these places say be completely different when it comes down to it. So I haven't personally had any critical events at Schneider besides like when I first got my new truck. When they put the tablet in, they set me as a company driver, so I got like 30 something critical events, but they were like speed critical events, over speeds. They did fix that. That was because, like I said, they had me as a company driver instead of an IC, because as an IC here, you're allowed to go 79 miles an hour. Anything over that, they say they're gonna fire you. So I don't know, I don't drive that fast personally, but that's what they said, and that's the only criticals I've had since I've been here. But I know with Love, he said that he was getting those a lot, and one of my boys that used to work here, he actually got fired because of that exact reason, because of criticals. He was getting them things left and right, and it was mainly like the roll stability ones, when you're going around a turn too quick, even though the truck think you can't feel it. But you know, obviously the more experience you got, the more comfortable you are with taking turns at a certain speed. So truck don't know that, but of course they complain about that. But you know, Schneider is a company that's big on safety, so it's understandable of why they are the way they are. But I feel like it should be a little more lenient. Like, if you're a company driver, cool, but we ICs, most ICs have been driving for years and years, so you know, like, I don't think you should get fired or rolled up or any of that stuff over a critical event. Like, to me, it's not that deep. So that's the main things I personally did not like. But other than that, like, if I could rate Schneider, I'd probably give it like a 8 out of 10, to be honest. They're not a bad company. They have their ups, their downs. I mean, but what company doesn't? Would I recommend people to come here? Hey, it's up to y'all, man. Do your research before you come here, you know what I'm saying? If you get in the SFI truck, do your research on that. I mean, I can't talk about that. I did do it I had my SFI truck for 11 months before I turned it in. I turned it in right at 11 months. So I know how that whole process go, the weekly payments. So it is what it is. I mean, can you still make the money with the weekly payment? Yeah, absolutely, you can. You just gotta run. You gotta be willing to work. Are you gonna come here and just do a couple loads and make $5,000-$6,000? No, I'm gonna tell you that right now. So it's not like with Prime. With Prime, obviously, refrigerated loads get paid a lot more. So you can do less loads at Prime and make more money. Versus here, you gotta do a little more loads to make decent money. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of times, especially like as far as like the recruiters and stuff like that, the main thing they tell people is like, oh, you're gonna make like $1,500, $1,200. I think they told me like 12 to, I think he told me the average driver was like 12 to 1,500, something like that was like the take home. And I don't look at myself as an average driver. I don't know about you guys, but I don't look at myself as an average driver. So when he told me that, it didn't bother me, because I told him, like, for me, it's not worth it being out here on the road if I'm making less than $2,000 a week, like consistently. Like, you know, some weeks you're gonna have those weeks where you ain't making that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff happens, loads cancel, truck issues, whatever the case may be. But there's that. So you just have to take it with a grain of salt what these recruiters tell you. Do your research, and it also plays a major role where you live at, what areas you run. Y'all already know I live in one of the worst areas. I live in Florida, and I was making the money with a lease truck, and I was, for the longest, probably like 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 months straight, I was going home every weekend doing a 34 easily and still making the same amount of money. So it's definitely doable to make good money here, but you have to do your research and know what works for you, because a lot of y'all watch me and y'all make y'all decisions to come here based off of me. But honestly, I don't think that's the smartest thing to do, just to come here because you see that it's working for me, because you may come here and it may not work for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a good grasp of how the load board works, all that stuff. I've learned the areas, I've learned the loads. A lot of the loads, y'all know, if y'all watch me, I do a lot of the same loads. So consistency definitely is key, but definitely do your homework. Don't just come because you watch a YouTuber and be like, oh man, that YouTuber's making it. Don't do that. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, don't do that. Like, when I came here, there was no YouTuber for me to watch, because all the videos and stuff that I was watching were old. So I didn't have any current videos to go off of. I was on if you're not on it, get on there's a SFI Facebook page, and there is a Schneider Facebook page. You can get on there. There's a lot of helpful people that's willing to help you, that's willing to answer your questions. You can type in the search bar. There's a lot of, like, if you have a question before you ask the question in the group, you can just type it in the search bar of the group and see if somebody already asked it. And if they didn't delete it, then it'll still be there and you can see the answers. So that's very helpful. I've used that a couple times to get things that I needed done. So it's super helpful. But get in those groups, man. Do your homework, watch videos just to get an idea. Talk to people if you can. If you see some drivers, talk to them. I mean, some drivers are not gonna tell you the real. Y'all know me, I keep it real. I ain't got nothing to lie to you, because to me, I don't want y'all to make the decision of like, man, I came to Schneider because I had a conversation with this person and now it's not working out. So, or I seen these numbers, man, this person was making and now I'm here and I can't make these numbers. You know what I'm saying? That's why I show numbers and stuff like that. It's because I'm very transparent, because I like transparency. Like, so when I'm looking for a company, you know, you can easily go up and talk to a truck driver and they can tell you, hey man, I made $10,000 a week. That don't mean they really make it, you know. Some people not gonna tell you the real. They gonna make it seem like they're doing better than they are, and I'm not one of those. I tell y'all the good weeks, I tell y'all the bad weeks. When I had my SFI truck, there was weeks I didn't make a paycheck at all. I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? I didn't sugarcoat it, you know, like, ain't got no reason to lie. It is what it is. So we all know it's trucking, man. Trucking is up and down every single day. So, but other than that, oh, the last thing is the fuel discount. A lot of people ask me about that fuel discount here. It sucks, to be honest, but so do your research on like fuel cars, stuff like that, before you come here, because the fuel discount here is really not that great. The high, I think this week right now we're at 43 cents. The highest that it's ever been since I've been at Schneider is 50 cents off, and I think it's been that twice, and I've been here for a year. 43 cents has been that, I think, like 2 or 3 times since I've been here. So one week it can be up, the next week it can be down. So fuel discount ain't that great. You know, I'm used to $1 off, at least $1. Y'all know the prime discounts, man. They over there getting fuel right now for in the twos right now. We ain't getting that. I got it for $3.29 yesterday, which is decent with the Schneider discount. That's valid, like super valid compared to other numbers, but they discount, it's not that great. So if you can get a fuel card, look at some fuel options. I personally don't really use any fuel cards. I use my Schneider card, and I use mud flap the most. I have looked into fuel cards, still looking into fuel cards, but I haven't really found one that, typical Hellcat person, I haven't really found one that works for me, but maybe one day I'll find one that's great. So I should just apply for one and get one, like a business fuel credit card, and use that mainly. I'm gonna have to look into. I actually did screenshot some a while ago, but I don't know if I still have that screenshot. So it is what it is. But anyway, let's get into it. So Q2 and Q3 numbers. I'm gonna get into Q2 and Q3 numbers. I have them right here in front of me. I have my laptop right here. So someone's calling me, but I don't know who that is. So I didn't know they had Q3 numbers until I looked today, because I told y'all I was gonna get y'all Q2 and then Q3 and 4 together. But they already have Q3 up. So I'm gonna just give it to y'all, and then Q4 I'll just give it to y'all in a different video. So let's see. So total, we're gonna start with Q2, then I'll jump back to Q3. So Q2 total revenue was $55,231. So obviously y'all can do with these numbers as y'all please. I give them to them. I'm not giving you the full breakdown, but you can do with these numbers as you please. So yes, total revenue was $55,231. So that was the total revenue for Q2. For the people who don't know, they're new to trucking or don't know what the quarters is, it's every 3 months. So January, February, March, and so on. You know what I mean. Every 3 months is a quarter. So, and there's 4 quarters in a year. So for the second quarter, 231 was Q2, and the deductions for Q2 were $34,835. So of that, $17,189 of that, which is half of that off rip, was truck payments. So $17,000 every 3 months was what I was paying in truck payments, which is, that's crazy. now y'all can see, so I went from $17,000 for 3 months, and now my truck payment is $6,000. That's $11,000 of difference every 3 months that I'm not spending. So what's that? 11, 22 and 22 is 44. So that's $44,000 a year I'm no longer spending just by switching from a weekly truck payment to a monthly truck payment. Let the numbers sink in. So as far as fuel, my fuel was, is that the complete fuel? I believe so. They got these numbers like spread out for people working. If y'all seen this, it's like spread out. I don't know why. For fuel, I spent $10,000 and then another $2,000. So basically, I'm gonna just round it up and say $13,000 in fuel. So fuel and truck payments was $30,000 of that $34,000 deductions in itself. So as y'all can see, man, them numbers is something. Let's see, anything else I wanted to pull out from that? The rest is like permits and True North insurance and stuff, fuel tax, tolls. I paid $654 in tolls. So yeah, total deduction was $34,000, which is right around the same as the last quarter one. So, and then quarter 3, let's get into quarter 3. That's deductions. Oh no, revenue right here. So quarter 3, I went up. I grossed $61,669. So I went up $6,000 from the previous quarter and $2,000. Actually, quarter 2 was actually my slowest quarter, surprisingly. Maybe I went home a lot in that quarter, I'm not really sure. But quarter 2 was 55, and then quarter 3 was 61. So went up a little bit quarter 3. Let's see the deductions. Deductions for my truck were $14,527. Actually, so that was my truck deduction. So the total deductions was $32,000. So, and then the truck payments was $14,527. For y'all that don't know, I turned my truck in at the end of the 3rd quarter, so that's why it's less than the other. So that's why. But so my 4th quarter numbers will be without the truck payment. So the gross probably would be higher. I've been running the same pretty much for now, so probably be I won't have that high deductions, so because I pay my own truck payment now. And then fuel for quarter 3 was, they separated again. No, they only put it once. So fuel was $13,596. As y'all know, quarter 3 fuel went up, so that's when fuel was like $4 damn near everywhere you went. So that's where we was at with fuel. So total I'll just give y'all total gross revenue so far. I'm at 176 for the year, and then total deductions are 101. So them deductions is, they up there. Obviously those deductions gonna drop quarter 4. I don't have a truck payment, so that alone is $17,000 that I'm not gonna be spending anymore. It'd be $6,000, but it won't show on here because I don't pay my truck payments through Schneider. I pay them through my bank account. So that alone is gonna change. I think my insurance is around the same. Let me see any other thing that's gonna be different. Yeah, I think my insurance is the same. I don't think that really changed too much. So for the most part, that is going to be the same. Tolls, actually in quarter 3 I did $285 in tolls, so that's like $300 less than the month, the quarter 2. So tolls, I don't know, that's probably going to be around the same. But the deductions, most of these are the same. Yeah, most of them gonna be the same, so we'll see what happens. But that's the numbers, y'all. not too bad. 176. So I'll probably end the year off if I'm around those same numbers. So it'll probably be around like 220, 230 for the year, somewhere around there, which is less than last year. But last year I did train for most of the year. I think last year I cleared 318. So people say you can't make money in trucking. Yeah, you can. My gross was 318 last year, but like I said, I was training for all the way up to October at Prime. So from January to October, those first 10 months, I was a trainer. So I made crazy money. If you was a trainer, if you've been a trainer, you already know the money you can make. Or if you ran teams, you already know the money you can make. But that's my truth on Schneider, man. If y'all have any questions, comment down below, drop them below, email me. I got Instagram, I got TikTok, like plenty of ways for you to get in contact with me. So just hit me up if you got any questions, comments, concerns, whatever. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all for watching. Turn on my post notifications. Remember, you ain't earning if the wheels ain't turning. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.